Throughout our videos, you'll hear me mention that like this carrier does true Social Security billing and that carrier doesn't do true Social Security billing. And you know what? For some reason, there's always that guy who has to leave a comment correcting me. Well, dude, just to be clear, true Social Security billing may not actually be what you think it is. For example, you're working with an insurance carrier who drafts the monthly payment from your clients on maybe the first Wednesday, second Wednesday, or even the third Wednesday. And they'll also do it on the first of the month or the third of the month. And that's great. So what they're doing is basically trying to follow the Social Security payout calendar. And well, honestly, every final expense company should at least be doing this. However, that is not what true Social Security billing is, dude. That's what we refer to as regular Social Security billing. Let me explain. Most final expense carriers follow the Social Security payout calendar pretty close, like what I just described. But only a few carriers will actually do true Social Security billing and will always draft the monthly payment on the exact day that your client gets their money through Social Security. That is the game changer. Before we get started and I show you how to have better placement and better persistence, I'm going to ask that you give the video a big old thumbs up. That way YouTube will keep sharing our content to people who maybe haven't seen it yet. And if you haven't subscribed, you definitely want to do that now. We're putting out new videos every single week. And check this out. If you can stick around all the way to the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get a copy of the Social Security billing calendar that I use that actually tells you exactly what day of every single month of the year that your client who's receiving some type of Social Security benefits is going to get paid. This is very important, and just so you know, I actually do leave a copy of this calendar with everyone I sell to, and I even mark the bank draft dates for the client. I go over it with them. Well, all of this and more coming up next. I'm Doug Massi. Thank you for watching our videos. If you can please share this video with someone you like, that would be pretty cool. Transamerica was the first final expense carrier to do true Social Security billing. They were the first to realize that just because you pick a draft date for someone receiving their Social Security benefits on the first or the third doesn't mean the client will actually get paid on the first or the third. Well, think about it. What happens when the first or the third fall on a weekend or a holiday? You know, when the banks are closed. And here's where the common sense will naturally take us, even though it's completely wrong. Perfect example. Your new client, Mrs. Jones, tells you that she receives her SSI or disability money on the first of the month. And the first of the month falls on a Sunday. What? The banks ain't open on Sunday, are they? No, they are not. So then when exactly, what day do you think she's going to get the funds deposited into her checking account? Are you thinking, well, common sense dictates that it would be the next business day, right? Wrong. Not going to happen on a Monday. Here's why. When the first or the third falls on a Saturday, a Sunday, or a holiday, these folks that normally get paid that money on the first or third actually get paid on the Friday or the weekday, the last business day before that draft date. They never get paid the next day. Social Security always pays them early, the day before. So what's the problem? The problem is these folks know they're getting paid early. And if they're living check to check, with like 90% of my clients, they're going to be tempted to take all the money out of their account to pay all their bills. And there's a darn good chance that when the carrier goes to draft that payment on a Monday, yes, that's when most companies will draft the next business day after the holiday, weekend, or whatever it is, the money won't be there. So now your client is either A, going to get an overdraft fee, for which they're going to blame you for, or B, they have a form of overdraft protection where the bank won't even allow the carrier to take the payment because there's not enough money in the account. Now, you just lost your client because the insurer didn't get to the money fast enough. Here's how I avoid this. There's a handful of carriers that when the 1st or the 3rd falls on the weekend and your client gets paid on the Friday before, they will actually, and this is the important part, pay attention, they will actually draft the payment on that Friday, early in the morning before the banks even open. And in most cases, before your client can get to the money and spend it. Game changer, baby. Game changer. There are 4 major carriers that actually do this the best. And if you're not leading with one of these guys because of the way they get to the money before your client does, you need to start doing that now. Prosperity and Royal Neighbors are my 2 favorites. Prosperity has an edge because they do take direct express cards. Like I said before, Transamerica was actually the first carrier to figure this stuff out and implement true Social Security billing. And look guys, I know Transamerica is not super popular now that they've taken their long application process and figured out a way to make it even longer. But dude, once you've gotten your client approved, they are going to keep them on the books until your client changes checking accounts or they lose their direct express card, because they do take direct express cards too. Did I mention that Transamerica takes direct express cards? And then there's American Amicable. American Amicable might actually do true Social Security billing the best, or at least is a tie with Transamerica. I mean, it just seems like American Amicable drafts the payment at like 2 a.m. in the morning, just minutes after the clients get the money deposited into their checking account from Social Security. For a copy of the Social Security calendar that I mentioned earlier, or if you'd like information on contracting with us, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. Remember guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. So get out there and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.